Yeah, right. Yeah. Thanks, John. Gentlemen, have a great set. Thanks for tuning in to Shot City Lives with Mike Rice. Thanks for tuning in to Q4. Appreciate all the support over this last crazy year. I'm psyched to say we get the Jack Sundstrom trio here, Jack and Rufus and Spencer. Some Wednesday night jazz for you. Stay tuned. We still got a little more Shot City Lives after that. Playing some more local independent music. But for now, some live music. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Have a great set. Enjoy.
Thank you. That was 3 tunes, and it appears our time is up. That was the first one was a Mingus tune entitled Jump Monk. Second one was a Wayne Shorter tune entitled Mahjong. And the third one was a tune of mine entitled You Lose Some, You Lose Some. We hope you enjoyed that. We'll have one more for you in a little bit. But first, we're going to sit down and talk with Mike about who knows what. How about it for Rufus Parenti on the saxophone, Spencer Peterson on the drums, Jack Sundstrom on the bass. Thank you to Q4 Radio and Mike Rice for having us. Thank you. And you'll hear from us now.
I'm going to give you a chair here, Jack, so you can sit down and grab one. I think you're good.
Yeah.
Well, we now know what the fourth tune is going to be.
Excuse all the moving around of chairs and all that, so I'm just going to kind of do this and kind of cheat here a little bit. Gentlemen, again, thanks for being here. It's been a wacky year, I think, for everybody. And I kind of want to just get a general idea from you guys. What have you been doing in all this with all this time, this free time? You can use that mic up there, Jack. Yeah. What have you been doing with all your free time, man? Have you been writing more, or are you obviously not playing, but you've been writing more?
Yeah, I just finished an album of new music and some old music. I don't know. Spencer's on that. That also features Aaron Kaufman-Levine on saxophone and Janelle Fenton on trumpet, playing my original stuff, a lot of which was written this year. I write as a way to get through my emotions. I don't know if that's the right or wrong way to write music, but it's the way I do it. And so, obviously this year has brought a lot of emotions that need getting through, and so it's given rise to some interesting music.
I'm curious about the last track that one of yours, You Lose Some, You Lose Some. Is that a new track? Is it something that you've written in the last year or so?
Yeah, that was. Oh God, I was angry about something one night.
A lot to be angry about right now.
Yeah, I forget which event of 2020 I was particularly angry about that night. I just went down and sat at my piano and just slammed out a blues scale melody. It was like ba 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 ba. But and then it goes to major, and is hopeful. I'd like to think there's some hope. The statement, you lose some, you lose some.
Yeah, I have to accept. We've had to learn to accept a lot of things over the course of the last year that we probably normally wouldn't want to have to deal with.
Like, I came back. I wrote the first half of the tune, which is really minory. And I couldn't figure out what to do for the second half of the tune. And I came back the next day when I was feeling a little better, and the second half of the tune, being in major, just came out. And you know, it was, yeah, you can hear me getting through whatever I was mad about. I honestly don't remember.
Do you tend to write on piano? Is that your primary writing tool?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. I don't really know how I write. I think I say I write at the piano, but sometimes it's a bass line that comes out on the bass that I was messing around with. Sometimes it's, you know, something I saw that inspired a melody while I was, you know, outside walking. Sometimes it's my friend sending me a picture of the Little Caesars pizza box that says $5 lunch combo on it, and me thinking that's hilarious.
Wherever you can find the inspiration, right?
Yeah, you know, you never know where the inspiration is going to come from and when you're going to come up with something worth playing.
Yeah, I'm always kind of fascinated just by the creative process and how people go about things, whether it's music or writing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And do you feel like your mind is always moving in that way? Do you feel like you're always creating in your mind? You know, people even talk about they wake up from dreams sometimes. They keep a pad of paper next to the bed because they can write something down. Is that kind of how it is with you? Or
I've never had that happen.
Okay.
But no, I'm always thinking about creative things, and you know, honestly, I find more often I find a cool idea when I'm not consciously focused on, you know, whatever it was that I was, you know, trying to work out. You know, I can sit at the piano for 2-3 hours and try and figure out what comes next and not get there. Then, you know, go for a walk and it's there within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, why couldn't I have thought about that before I left the piano?
Well, sometimes you lose some, I think.
Right.
I see what I did there.
Brother, I do.
So what is the plan moving forward? You have any? We're starting to see venues open up. We're starting to see. Are you guys got some things lined up that you're going to be? That you're looking forward to? Or?
Me and Spencer will be at Fulton Street Collective, live streaming from there. They've been great about having live streams and keeping, you know, some semblance of live music around. We'll be there Tuesday the 16th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Brent Griffin Jr. on saxophone. Yeah. So.
Well, I want to talk to the other gentlemen.
Yeah.
Spencer and Rufus, I'm going to pass the mic to you guys, and I promise I wash my hands before, sanitize my hands before. What about you guys? What's been going on? What's the last year been like for you, Rufus? I mean, and you know, speak as personally as you want to, but also just as far as a musician, it's been tough for you guys, really tough. I know people just, I know before, so we took a like 3.5 month hiatus, but last summer and early fall we were doing stuff. People were chomping at the bit to get a chance to play. So I'm kind of curious, like, what's been your last year been like?
Quite a lot. I'd have to say, for starters, finding and losing flow over and over again, just happening nonstop, especially at the beginning of quarantine. Then finding ways to play outside a lot, especially when it started to get warmer out. You know, no venues are open, so you have to make do with what you have. And then, honestly, just listening, nothing but listening, whether it's, you know, playing in my apartment with my roommates or playing at gigs or outdoor sessions or whatever I can do, just listening to everyone and everything. Wow, a lot of things. I'd have to say, easily, the Fly Trio album with Mark Turner, Larry Grenadier, Jeff Ballard. That album, Year of the Snake, really incredible. They mix contemporary classical music and jazz music really, really well, and it's really, really enjoyable to listen to. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I think a lot of genres have a good reason to mix together. I see no reason why things should not fuse.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just as the other two said, especially at sort of March, April, May of last year when it was like just the beginning of all this and it was looking really bleak. it was definitely tough. You can only spend so much time in the shed alone before you start to go crazy and want to play with actual people again. I hear that. But you know, I think the jazz community and the music community in Chicago in general has really done a lot to try and circumnavigate all the different troubles that we've been having over the course of the year, and try to find ways for people to still be able to enjoy the experience of music making together. I definitely have. We've found ways either like virtually or outdoors and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess for me personally, I don't know. I've been trying to flex the music writing muscle a little bit more. Yeah, because of this sort of isolation, I guess.
When's the Spencer Peterson gig coming?
It's coming. It's coming.
You're fired until it happens.
Oh yeah, this is a thing. I'm fake fired until I come out with some more. Yeah. More original music. So, that's definitely a motivator. Yeah, it's tough. You know. I definitely feel like, I mean, piano is really the most sort of accessible for me, and probably other percussionists will agree with this. But I mean, it's definitely a different approach that I'm used to, because I'm not really used to thinking about like melodies and chord progressions. I'm thinking about like feel and time and grooves. But that's, you know, something I've been trying to get better at through all this quarantine stuff. So yeah.
Well, so you kind of feel like there's a little bit. You kind of feel like there's a little bit of a silver lining. We always have to look for that anyway in all these situations. In that you've had a lot of time to think about this stuff. I mean, about, you know, as Jack was saying, you know, just your feelings about things, but also how do you proceed? How do you come out of this on the other side as a better artist? And Jack, we'll kind of wrap up with that question. Do you feel like you're a better artist? Have you found a silver lining? Do you feel like you're more accomplished, wiser in all of this, on the other side of all this?
You know, in some ways, yes. I mean, I guess the ways that I'm worse in are ways that I can just go back and fix. You know, I guess something that I didn't realize before this all happened was just how much I played music in my everyday life. Like, I mean, like, you know, I was always like, I don't practice enough. I'm really not play. But like, you know, even just like the school rehearsal that I didn't want to go to, that was still a time I was getting to touch the instrument.
Yeah.
I want to go to my school rehearsals though. I love you all, combo directors. You're all amazing people.
Good save, Jack. Good save.
Yeah, if you're listening. But you know, that was, so it's like certain things, like, I mean, the endurance and the technical facility on the instrument, and then also the ability to perceptiveness to what's going on around me. You know, definitely. But that comes back. That'll come back when things start to open back up, and, you know, I start to notice it coming back. But, you know, spending time dealing with things that take time to deal with because we have the time right now, you know, is like sitting down and, you know, I hurt my wrist at the beginning of quarantine. So I had to take 3 weeks off of playing the bass. And then when I got back to it, it was like, I don't even know how to play this instrument anymore. And so I just had the opportunity to totally rebuild my technique from the ground up. That was, you know, a really great experience. And it's like honestly been the process of falling in love with music all over again, you know, when I'm away from the rush of it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a great attitude to have about it, because it could very easily it'd be easy to get discouraged, but that's a great attitude to have about it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy. There's definitely days where it's like I am just going to lay in bed all day and be sad. But you know, but you know, I think at the end of this all, I'm gonna come out of this with a newfound love for music and a newfound love for creating with people. You know, that I had to find again away from the rush of it all.
Yeah. Again, silver linings. I think we all kind of have had to find a lot of those over the course of the last year.
If you want to or feel like
Yeah,
you
no,
have
seriously.
to.
Well, there's plenty
it
of
also
people.
sucked.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But no, I do think I came out on the other side better.
So you guys gonna do one more tune for us, yeah?
Yeah.
Before we get out of here. Again, thanks so much for being here
Of course.
this evening.
Anytime.
It's nice again for me personally. It's a 3.5 month hiatus to come back, and I feel like this is just a great way to get back into the groove of things. So again, gentlemen, thank you so much. Best of luck to you moving forward, and stay safe. We're gonna hear one more tune from the Jack Sundstrom Trio. You can continue to listen to Shot City Lives with Mike Rice on Que4.org, 1680 AM Chicago, iTunes Radio, and the TuneIn app. I'll be here till 10 o'clock. Thank you, as always, for your continued support of Que4. If you're looking at the website by chance, watching any of this, or you're listening, while you're doing that, if you want, the menu button that's at the top left corner, you can hit that in the drop-down box. There's a little word there that says donate, and I hate doing this, but if you have any spare change even, Q4 would really appreciate maybe if you could make a small contribution, a donation to the cause here. We're going to keep doing our thing, and these gentlemen will keep doing their thing, and they're about to do some more for you. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We got one more tune from the Jack Sundstrom Trio. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Being that St. Patrick's Day falls in March, and I am an Irish musician who grew up playing Irish music, I thought I would play an Irish tune for y'all. This is a tune by the great Donal Lunny entitled Time Dance. We hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. Stay tuned in to Mike Rice's Shy City Lives on Q4 Radio. Please support Q4 Radio. Thank you, Q4 Radio, for being here. Rufus Parenti on the saxophone, Spencer Peterson on the drums, Jack Sundstrom on the bass. We have been the Jack Sundstrom Trio. Peace.